Hello. I'd like to talk to you about a problem that affects the residents of Evanston, Illinois, such as myself, on a regular basis. Imagine that it's wintertime, and the cold Lake Michigan air whips through the city. Residents huddle up inside their apartments and homes, unsure what to do for fun. Yet the beautiful city of Chicago just to the south of us, but getting there requires either an Uber, or you park and drive yourself, or you take the L train. All three of these options are timely and expensive. Wouldn't it be better if there was just something to do for fun here? Unfortunately for us, Evanston just has bars and restaurants. I'm here to provide a better option. I'm Clint MBA, and I'm here to provide the Punch Bowl, which is Evanston's first boutique bowling alley. A wonderful evening out is closer than you think. That's the slogan here at the Punch Bowl, and we stand by it, because we are a destination venue. We attract the local citizens of Evanston and those of the surrounding communities to come to the Punch Bowl, instead of locals always going elsewhere for entertainment. The Punch Bowl achieves this status since it is the first boutique bowling alley of Chicago's historic North Shore. The Punch Bowl connects the city as it provides locals with decadent food, top-shelf cocktails, fresh entertainment, and an environment that keeps citizens here for hours and never wanting to leave. If you want that perfect mix of bitters and orange slice in your old-fashioned, or a wonderful pairing with your wine and appetizer, then the Punch Bowl is the place to be. For my research to determine if the Punch Bowl is a viable option in the Evanston community, I interviewed 15 people, 5 of which are local gurus that I determined, 3 of which are local bowling alley owners, 1 of which is a Bowling Proprietors of America board of director, and 1 owns a 1920s popular bar in Chicago. The other 10 people were potential customers. They ranged from 5 male, 5 female, 5 married, 5 non-married, 4 with children, 6 with not, and their ages ranged from mid-20s to mid-50s. So I felt it was a very diverse mix of potential customers and would give a somewhat general understanding of petite people that would come to the Punch Bowl. The surveys were 6 surveys over 10 months, close to 130 questions and 1,000 individual responses. Once all the tallies were done, over 90% of the potential people recommended that the value proposition met an unmet need, which meant that the idea of the Punch Bowl would be a viable candidate for the Evanston community. For a company overview, the Punch Bowl is a sole proprietorship backed by investors. It is a gastropub located in Evanston, Illinois, just north of Chicago. It is a service-oriented facility that allows customers the opportunities for bowling, gaming, dining, drinking, and live entertainment on the weekends in the form of a PG-13 live burlesque show. All this will be done using face-to-face sales instructions between employees and customers. The Punch Bowl will market towards independent bowlers, small league teams, and those who simply want to come for food and drinks and care nothing about bowling at all. It'll be located at 750 South Chicago Avenue in Evanston, Illinois. This is the former home of Firehouse Grill, which is the former home of a long-standing former firehouse in Evanston, so the building itself has some history in the local community. On the surface, building a bowling alley in 2018 may seem a tad foolish. The days of 30-plus lane, undiversified bowling alleys that scattered across America, and especially here in the Midwest, are relics of the past. As the graphic on the left indicates, the bowling industry is expected to experience a negative 0.1% decrease over the next 5 years. However, boutique bowling alleys are experiencing profits as they are reshaping the industry's overall view. According to the IBIS World Report 2017, the bowling alleys that are offering 3 key characteristics are able to gain a competitive advantage above their competitors. These are destination restaurants, fashionable decor, and quality customer service. The Punch Bowl is striving to be one of these boutique bowling alleys. In doing a competition matrix for the Punch Bowl, I looked at some direct competitors that could influence where customers decide to go on the weekends instead of the Punch Bowl. These included Wilmette Bowling, which is located in Wilmette, Illinois, just north of Evanston, as well as Pinstripes Bowling, located in Northbrook, Illinois, about 20 minutes from Evanston, as well as Bangers and Lace and Whiskey Thief, which are bars/restaurants in Evanston, and finally Space, which is a restaurant/entertainment venue that plays live music on the weekends, located in Evanston. In doing this analysis, I did a competition matrix, which analyzed their pricing, their location, their parking availability, and their overall decor and ambiance. For their pricing, I looked at the competitors' menus. If they had higher than at normal prices, they received a lower score, since during research, my customers indicated that higher prices would deter them from visiting on the weekends. Their location was based upon the central location of Evanston to the venue, according to Google Maps. Parking was based upon whether or not there was parking. If they did not have parking, they received a lower score. And the decor ambiance was based upon whether or not it was a nice, charming ambiance as the Punch Bowl provides. If it was lesser decor ambiance, they received a lower score. In doing the matrix analysis, I determined that the Punch Bowl received the highest average score due to the fact that it is located near downtown Evanston. There is parking available for free, which is a high priority in Evanston. It has an adjoining lot located by the facility that holds about 25 to 30 cars, as well as free meter parking along the streets after 6 p.m. The decor and ambience of the Punch Bowl I view as being upper class, very fancy, and the pricing is comparative to the Punch Bowl and Whiskey Thief, which are closely related. Also, I did a little look at the indirect competitors, which are more abstract in their view of being competitive, but they include Mini Golf, located in Skokie, Illinois, just to the west, as well as Northwestern or Evanston Symphony, and the local Cinemark movie theater of Evanston, as well as Netflix or other in-home entertainment options that citizens can choose. As an entertainment venue, it is imperative to look both abstract and direct to view who your competitors can be. Citizens are obviously able to spend their money or their time however they like for fun, so it is imperative to always offer the best options. In doing a target market analysis for the Punch Bowl, I looked at 3 main target markets. These included young families, young adults, and middle-aged couples. For the number 1 target market, which is young families, I'm looking for individuals ages 28 to 38. They make between 100 to 130K per year. They are married with kids, since they're families. They are Evanston residents, and they're willing to spend $100 or more per night when they visit. For the second demographic, which is young adults, I'm looking for people ages 23 to 30. They make 60 to 80K per year. Doesn't matter if they have children. They can be just North Shore residents instead of specific Evanston. And they're willing to spend $40 to $60 per night. For the third demographic of middle-aged couples, I'm looking for people ages 40 to 60. They make $120,000+ per year plus. They are married. They are North Shore residents, not specific to Evanston as well, and they're willing to spend $30 to $60 per night. And looking at Evanston as a whole, it's important to note that the median age is just under 35 years of age. This works perfectly with the Punch Bowl, since the young family demographic falls within this range. Also, the median household income is right at $70,000 for Evanston. It's also important to note that young adults making between $60,000 and $80,000, as I targeted, would average $70,000. So with these 2 key demographics making approximately $70,000, I believe that Evanston would be a wonderful choice for a boutique bowling alley. In terms of marketing, the Punch Bowl partakes in both direct and indirect marketing. For direct marketing, that includes the company's website, where prospective customers can go to find any of the normal basics, including hours of operation, prices, the ability to make reservation, anything like that they need to see before they actually visit the venue. The website will be done by the local staff and then approved by myself. Also, Evanston is a fairly small town of less than 100,000 people, and its result is very tight-knit. The Punch Bowl has made relationships with the other local breweries and local distillery. These are Temperance and Sketchbook Breweries and Few, F-E-W, Distillery. Their beers and liquors will be offered at the Punch Bowl for the customers to partake in, and promotions for their breweries and distillery will be made available inside of the Punch Bowl, so everyone is aware of our dual partnership. In terms of indirect marketing, that includes social media, all the basics, including Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. All the basics will be included and handled by our staff. They will interact with customers who reach out via social media to ask questions and have complaints. Anything that needs to be addressed will be addressed using social media in that regard. Additionally, Northwestern's lovable mascot, Willie the Wildcat, will be rented during off hours, especially during the summer when children can visit in the afternoons and see Willie and take pictures with him and interact. For a management overview, I am Clint Linder, and I am the GM and founder of the Punch Bowl. I have two key advisors, which are Bram Chill, a local real estate agent and someone who has lived in Evanston his entire life, as well as Chris Delaney, who has lived in Evanston since the 70s, is a local accountant and the social chair of the Evanston Golf Club. For the actual venue, I have two key cogs of operations. One is led by two team leads. They oversee the host, the servers, the bartenders, and anyone else under that jurisdiction. The team leads are on staff every day, one or the other. They handle the scheduling and main customer complaints. Whatever they cannot handle, they come to me directly. For the other operational staff, that is the kitchen staff. That includes dishwashers, cooks, and they are led by the chef. The chef prepares the menu himself, but it must be approved by me before it can be served to the customers. For a look into what to expect if you decide to come to the Punch Bowl, you will come inside and be greeted by a hostess. The hostess can either lead you to a table if you wish to eat, or you will be directed to the bar if you wish to just partake in happy hour. No one's here to judge you on that. If it's the weekends, you can be escorted upstairs to see the live entertainment show on Fridays and Saturdays for a fixed menu price of $35 per ticket. This includes dinner and a show. In terms of sales, the Punch Bowl receives sales in four main categories. These include bowling and shoe rentals, drinks, both alcoholic and non, food, and entertainment tickets. By year 2, sales will reach $2.8 million per year, and this sets the groundwork for expansion in 2020 to Logan Square, Chicago. Starting in 2019 and every year after that, cash flow will increase by 50% per year. It's always important to look towards the future, and here at the Punch Bowl, we're certainly not afraid to do so. After establishing itself as a Evanston-only business for the first 2 years, starting in 2018, the Punch Bowl will move to a second location in Logan Square, Chicago, starting in 2020, and then a third location in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in 2022. These two expansions will be done under the guidance of founder Clint Linder, but any future expansion beyond these 3 locations will be done at the discretion of the investors. It was my dream as GM and founder of the Punch Bowl to establish a marquee venue in Evanston, and any expansion too far beyond this reach will be not my desire. A buyout can be reached after year 5, if that is the direction that the investors wish to receive. The Punch Bowl is seeking $700,000 from investors for a 45% stake in the company. This is on top of the $100,000 that I'm putting forth of my own money. In total, the $800,000 will go towards the mortgage down payment, renovations, as well as equipment and furniture, and anything else that may be needed at the start of operations. The break-even will occur in the first year, in the 8th month, with sales of $1.04 million. NPV will be positive for the first time in year 2 at $1.08 million, and will grow every year after that using a 40% discount rate, accumulating in year 5 at $3.5 million. For investors, ROI after 5 years will be 29%. While not an outlandish ROI, a positive ROI is still a positive ROI. Research indicates that this is a safe venture, and I invite investors to join me in partaking in this venture. In conclusion, thank you for your consideration, and together we can make the Punch Bowl a reality and a perfect strike.